you move up a little wee bit. I know you want room to knit, but I always lean in because I'm doing stuff. Hi, and welcome to the Codependent Knitters, episode 31. This is my friend Lisa.
And this is my friend Dawn, and we're coming to you from Sarnia, Ontario.
And this is a mostly knitting podcast.
Mostly, yes.
Mostly knitting.
Mostly.
So we have, I forget in the last so many days, we have some new viewers, so welcome. Hope you're here again today. And for everyone that's come back, thanks for coming back.
Yes, thank you for joining us.
Yeah. Hey, I did some I was looking at the analytics on our channel.
Because that's the way she rolls.
Because why not? Did you know? So it shows you in your last 30 days, like a breakdown of watch time. So of all the time of our channel that was watched, 65% of those minutes were watched by subscribers. But 34% are not subscribers.
Oh, right. I
so,
noticed that.
Hey, if you're checking us out and you liked what you saw, please click the subscribe button.
Yeah.
Then when you go into your YouTube, when you go in and click on subscriptions, it'll highlight any new subscriptions, that like new videos from accounts you subscribe to. And if you like the video, we love it when you click the thumbs up for us. And we love comments.
We do love comments, yeah.
So I'm doing all the talking. I don't know if I can knit while I'm doing all this talking. So a couple of comments I just wanted to mention, and I think we did respond to all of them, but not everyone reads all the comments, and they were really good questions. So we had a question. We had a question from Catherine Fedorf, and she asked, when we go to a knit night at a yarn shop, should you work on a project that you purchased the yarn from that store, or is it okay to work on a project, from yarn you bought elsewhere? And I have to apologize because I wrote a really nice, I hope it was nice, I wrote a big response.
That's the one you lost, isn't it?
It's gone. And then I was bugging Lisa, not bugging Lisa, I asked Lisa, did you see this comment? It was late at night, and I typed out the whole response and replied, and then the comment was gone. So
You probably left it on somebody else's video.
no, well then I thought, did I leave it on someone else's video? Like how, just
how random.
but I was sure I was looking at our comments. So I can't find the comment, and if I deleted it, then I'm really sorry, Catherine. But that's why I thought, well, I'll definitely address it here. I just found the notifications on comments and found that it was her. So, but that comment itself, I can't find now. So when we go to a knit night at a yarn store, do we take a project, do we knit on yarn we bought from that store while we're there at the knit night?
I think I try to.
Yeah.
I do try to. Part of the thing though is if I'm going to a store out of town, I haven't been there recently, I don't have anything.
Yeah. And they understand that.
And I'm usually going to buy something probably while I'm there anyway.
Right.
But yeah, it is one of those things where if I haven't been there in 6 months and I don't have anything on the needles, then,
right.
I would probably still go and maybe, yeah.
Well, yeah, and that's the same thing. I try to, for our yarn store here in Sarnia for knit night, I keep a special project that I take to knit night. And I tend to keep something easy, like a basic sock, because there's always talking going on.
Right.
And I've tried, just even something that's not too complicated.
A lot of knitting, a lot of taking back, a lot of knitting.
I still mess up. And then my whole, 2 hours of knitting is a bust.
I have a picture of that from Wednesday.
Last night when I had to tear back. That wasn't because, that was an earlier mistake I'd made. But yeah, so we try to, yes. And then,
part of the thing to remember is they are a business.
Yeah.
They are trying to make a living, much like indie designers and whatnot. They're trying to make a living, and it's a good way to support them.
And our yarn store does their knit night. You can go in and knit when there aren't classes going on. But they also have a knit night in the evening. So they're staying late and, giving their time and staying open for us. So I definitely like to take yarn I bought there. The other thing I like to do is if I'm knitting on yarn I bought there and there's another knitter there who says, oh, I love that yarn, what is it? Then I can say, well, I got it here and it's, just over there, or, there's other colors there you can look at. So I can promote their yarn, which I love because I bought it. And that's the other thing I thought of when you were talking. If I go, when we were traveling this last vacation, when I went to a few yarn stores and knew I had time to sit and knit, I tried to take with me indie dyed yarn from Canada, from our area, so that I did it on purpose. I took those projects so that if someone said, oh, what yarn is that? Then I could kind of, you know, promote that dyer. Because I knew I wouldn't have anything from their store. And of course, because I was on vacation, I definitely was buying souvenirs at each store. I don't feel obligated to purchase every time. No. I mean, certainly not at our regular store. We always go and check out, like have a look around the store, see what's new. And quite often you will find things that you want to take home. But, you know, we just try and be aware that, you know, they're giving their time and yeah. We've only seen, not that we've been to all the stores, but we've seen one store. It was in the States. We won't, I think I remember which one. We won't say which one, but there was one store where they actually
had a sign.
They had and they actually had like a calendar of events for that month, and their open knit times, they requested that you knit with yarn from their store, and some do.
Some do, and the other thing that was kind of surprising was some yarn stores request that you pay for knit night.
That was the other thing,
Right,
and I think that's because they're, in that case,
their staff and whatnot, right?
They're paying their staff, and they treat it as you can bring your project and get help. So it's kind of like getting assistance, getting lessons. Our knit night, our yarn shop here doesn't do. I mean, they'll help you if you have a problem. We all help each other.
But usually not on knit night.
No, not complicated things. Yeah, it's their knitting time too, and
it's like more
we respect
social,
that.
very social.
Yeah. So it's always, if you're going somewhere where you haven't gone before, it's always fine to just ask. And you know, if you can, like I said, I keep one project in a project bag that I always take with me to knit night because it's yarn that I bought there. Yeah. So that was a really good question. Thank you for asking that.
Knitting etiquette 101.
Knitting etiquette. Well, and part 2 of that is classes. So a lot of yarn shops request, like if you're signing up for a class and they're not providing a kit, they request that you buy the yarn from their store, which is fair. They're hosting the class.
I've seen some stores who will charge extra. There's a surcharge if you don't have yarn bought there, or there is a discount on the yarn that you buy. Yeah. So it's one of those things where I think you have to be mindful that they are a business, as friendly as they are and whatnot. They are trying to
it's
make
just
a living type of thing.
It's respect, and you don't take your own food to a restaurant, right? Like it's just
you don't take somebody else. You don't take another restaurant.
So it's kind of just it's just etiquette. But that's our opinion. There's no
right or wrong.
Right. There's no rules about it. But that's just what we try and do. But that was an excellent question. So thanks, Catherine, for asking that. A couple of people have asked me about the 2-needle decrease that I mentioned a few episodes ago. I did write up, I think I did a very thorough written explanation of how I do it. And I will try and get a video done. It's just trying to get a camera angle set up where you can see my hands. I have to work on that with the tripod, but it is my plan to make a little video, but I think the written explanation should help you out. So that's in our Ravelry group if you want to go read that. If you're not a Ravelry user and you'd like me to send you that explanation, just message us or message me on Instagram or message in the comments below and I can totally send that to you. Just a really recent comment. Debbie asked about, she's knitting the road trip shawl, and she asked about it curling, because it curls quite a bit, because it's straight stocking stitch with
stocking stitch.
It's straight stocking stitch with no selvage, and it curls, of course, because stocking stitch does.
No, I think that's.
I said it again. Stocking stitch does.
I think part of the thing is that's the style of it as well.
Yeah. That's why it's nice and wide too. She asked, will it not curl? Like, will that blocking stop that? Yes.
For about 10 minutes.
Yeah, and I said yes if you're knitting with natural fiber, and it holds decently well.
Yeah.
But it is going to start, so you can see mine, which It
holds better. It holds way better on the edge, like at the bottom here.
Yeah.
But on the sides, it's
going to curl.
It's
not curling right up into a cone.
No.
But it is a little bit, and so when it becomes problematic, it's only going to curl so much too. Like it's going to curl in a little bit on the edge and stop. And you can block it again if it bothers you. But that's I think the nature of this project. And natural fiber will block out and stay flatter.
I think it has something to do with the style of the garment as well.
Yeah.
right? Like if you look at it, it kind of rolls nicely.
You're not going to wear it
gives you a beautiful
stretched
drape.
out flat, right? You're going to wear it bunched up and draped like a scarf, and no one's going to notice that the edges curl a little bit. But she asked, will blocking help? Yeah, it will.
Yeah, no.
If it's natural fiber, she didn't say what she was knitting with, so I can't say for sure, but yeah. And then, one other one. When I showed last episode my stitch markers made from the earrings that I bought.
You know you're a knitter when.
Yeah,
Was
so
it that one?
Java Shop Cafe, said, I've seen earrings that I thought about making into markers, and I'd replied, that reminds me of something that I'm going to try. So years ago, I took a lamp work bead making class.
Oh yeah.
People call it blown glass. It's not blown glass is when they actually blow and shape it, right? It's but it is melted, like they work with a torch. And I took a class. I should have brought the actual jewelry from the maker because it is amazing. But Shirley and I took a class, and you do have like I think it's propane torch, and then these long rods of glass.
Okay.
And you have to stick them in the fire with another stick that you turn and roll the melted glass around this rod. It's quite a process, and there's a reason why handmade lampwork bead jewelry is expensive. They break very easily. They have to be stuck in something so they don't cool too quickly because they'll just shatter, and then they have to be put in a kiln to like harden them, right?
Yep.
To make them, so I made some beads. I put them on here because I didn't have any way to, honestly, okay. I put them on here. So these are all the little beads I made.
Nice.
And my intent was to make enough to make a pair of earrings. No two are similar enough or consistent enough in shape and style to make earrings. So I never did, but I kept them. And so some of them are really wonky. This one here is pretty. Is it going to focus? That one there.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm going to make stitch markers with them.
Go, girl.
So that's what it just reminded me as I was reading her comment. That's what I can do with these now that I have something to do with them.
Strange places you find stuff.
That's pretty, eh?
Yeah.
And these I tried to do little speckles on them.
Oh, I like them.
And my torch wasn't working, which doesn't help. My torch it wasn't burning well, and it kept going out. And you've got to have consistent heat. So then but it was a lot of fun. And I certainly appreciate the workmanship
that goes into
of those beads a lot more. Yeah. So that was just another comment that made me think, hey, I can do something. We love your comments, so thank you. Okay. What's next? We have some giveaways.
Yes.
Back in December, just before Christmas, we had an episode where we did a giveaway just to our Ravelry group members.
Yep.
Just a Merry Christmas present. And we had said on that video that to contact us before our next video, or we would pick another winner, and we have not heard from that person. And
we said that in the last one, wasn't it?
No, the one where we drew.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't say anything the last time. Okay. So we still haven't heard anything, and it's several episodes have gone by. So we're going to draw another winner. So out of our 601, because there's the two of us, out of our 601 other Ravelry members, we, with Suri's help, we drew a random number, and the winner is number 387, Val Can Knit. So congratulations, Val. You are going to win a skein of Leo and Roxy sock yarn.
Called It's Not That Hideous.
It's not that hideous.
It's actually nice.
Gorgeous. Yeah, there's lots of pops of pink, and we have awesome color in here today. And this is, in fact, looking great. So, Val Can Knit, your name's on the screen. Get in touch with us. Sometime in the next 2 weeks or so, 2 to 3 weeks before our next episode. And we will get this prize out to you. So, this is Leo and Roxy, who are Carrie and Jolynn, and they are in St. Thomas. And they are now the owners of the Little Red Mitten, which is a yarn shop we love. And we're actually going there tomorrow.
Yes.
It won't be tomorrow by the time you guys see this. Our tomorrow. We're going there for
their first year birthday.
Yeah, their 1 year birthday of Leo and Roxy, which is so awesome.
I know.
So yeah, they have amazing yarn. We have
the store is really nice
lots
too.
of it.
Yes.
Actually, is this it too?
Yep.
You're going to see some more in this episode. And Little Red Mitten is a wonderful store in St. Thomas if you ever have a chance to go there. So, yep, we look forward to hearing from you. Val can knit. As for our other knit-alongs, the Lisa Much knit-along, Lisa Much / Northbound knitting knit-along is going to the end of May. And that is any Lisa Much pattern or anything made with Lisa Much yarn. And if you knit her pattern with her yarn, you get 2 entries. Okay. So this is a good time to talk about what I'm wearing. Yes. I mean, it's a FO, but let's talk about it now. I am wearing, this is the Odyssey by Joji Locatelli. And it is knit in Northbound Knitting yarn. And you can kind of see, it's hard to see there, so you can see the color, this blush color. Whoops. So it is 3 colors. The top one is called Moonstone. Then I switched to Abalone, which has, it's grays with little bits of beigey browns and a pinky, like a blush pink.
I love the name of the last one.
And the last one is called Skeleton Key, and it's a bit darker grays and taupes. I'll put a picture on the screen because I have a good photograph of the 3 skeins before I started. This project flew off my needles. Like, I was knitting other things, I was doing life, but it just was such a quick finish. It's DK weight. This is a 50% merino, 50% silk. Amazing, 100% amazing yarn. You have a skein, do you want to show it? It's her merino silk DK. Lisa has the color Kitten. And we bought these at Feather Your Nest. So Terry brought Lisa's yarn in specifically for the Odyssey knit along. So there were a lot of color combos. She's got more in stock, and she's got the fingering weight in stock now. I just love it. I love this pattern. Oh, okay, modifications.
You modified? What'd you modify?
I modified it a bit. I knit it on a 4.5 millimeter needle. I am a bit of a looser knitter, but also it's meant to be loose and drapey for sure. So you don't want to go too tight on it, even if, you know, that's the fabric you like. For this particular shawl, you want, look at this, you want this. You want it to flap in the breeze.
You know you do.
I did a slightly different cast on, and it's because at the same time, I was casting on another pattern, which I'll show you later, the Lisa Much pattern. And her cast on's a little bit different. It's not a garter tab. And now this has been blocked, but even before blocking, I get a little bit less of that hump that is just part of a garter tab start. And I also did the increases slightly differently. I just used a different increase because I was knitting a Lisa Much shawl at the exact same time that used those increases. And I didn't want to mix up the 2 patterns as I was switching between them because I'm not a monogamous knitter. So that's just the only changes I did. And then I did not do the picot edge, but when I blocked, I did pull out each of these sort of, I call them eyes, but each of these sections where there would be a picot, and I just stuck 2 pins, and so it made a scalloped edge. You can see that there. Yeah, so I just made sure the edge was scalloped instead of just smooth. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Look at it. Oh, it's gorgeous.
It's beautiful.
So we have friends knitting these here in Sarnia because Feather Your Nest is holding an in-store knit along. Yep. Details are on her Ravelry group, but she does, for her knit along, she requests that you purchase the yarn at her store, and she's specifically running it with the Northbound Knitting yarn. That's why she brought it in. And it's an excellent choice, and there are color combinations for everyone. And then, and she's also continuing to place orders, so if you know you want some more. Yep. What else is I going to say? So yeah, anyone who's knitting it, it qualifies for our knit along because it is Northbound Knitting yarn.
Nice. Yep.
Other knit alongs, we have the end of winter, which wraps up, we said April 15th. Yep. So it'll get closed, and then we'll draw for a winner on our next, I don't know what the prize is yet. We'll find you something.
Figure it out.
But our next episode. And then we have the any Natalie Sheldon sock knit along. So Natalie is Remembrance's Pottery, and she has 3 colorwork socks out right now: Bridget's Garden, Midnight Snow, and the Bee Whisperer.
That's it. Yeah.
And they're all beautiful. And you can enter your finished pair of socks in that knit along, which goes till the end of June.
Okay.
Okay. We have been talking about a crochet one. I think we'll start that in May. Okay. So more details coming on that. And then we have also another one planned that we're not starting just yet either. We have a few other things going on, but there will be more nail-alongs coming soon. And I just talked about one FO. Why don't you talk about an FO?
I've knit one of these already.
I love wear this like this, like a toga.
There you go, toga. I knit one of these already, but someone in my family said it was really nice, and it was a shame that they would love one. So this one is actually for my aunt, and it is done out of the concentric. It's on a 6mm needle. As you can see, I am a tight knitter. So yeah.
I could get this.
You would like put your hand.
I would need a 4.
Yeah, so it's just basic triangle stocking stitch, and I just did stocking stitch the whole way. So it's got that cute little curl at the bottom. So yeah.
Oh, just you cast off on the stocking stitch?
Yeah, I just did it. Yeah.
It's concentric by Haiku.
Haiku.
And it's a self-gradiating.
It changes because it's 4 pieces, and then one changes at a time, and it's super soft.
Love
it's
it.
100% baby alpaca.
It's amazing.
So yeah, it's
oh my
it's
gosh,
beautiful.
I know.
I hope she likes it. I think she will.
I like it. It's amazing. I am tempted to buy this. There's one that's goes cream to dark blue.
Navy to the navy. That one's pretty.
It's amazing. I know. I haven't forgotten about it. so that's gorgeous.
Yeah. So I bought the yarn at the first one I did. I bought it from Feather and S. The second one I did. This one here I got from Little Red Mitten. So yeah.
Lovely. And no pattern, you just knit a triangular shawl.
Yeah. Increase at the outsides and down the middle.
I mean, you can find all kinds of triangular shawls, and it's just stocking stitch. So
and it's gorgeous. It's soft.
It's lovely.
Thanks.
Okay. Do you have another one?
I do, but it's not really finished. But it's finished enough. I
count it.
I was running late today, or I would have done this. It is my own, because I lost the blue ones. Well, I didn't lose them. Girl child took them. Which I'm going to have to stop calling her girl child because she's getting bigger than I am.
Teenager. Almost.
So yeah, I made these. And it's made out of Call Me by Roxy and Leo, which is their MCN.
Yep.
So it's got a little cashmere in there. So yeah, it's kind of...
80% merino, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon, 100% good vibes.
Yeah,
Call Me is an amazing color. Okay, hold those up. Strings and all. Love it. And the pattern
is Vanilla Flip Mitts.
But you did the palmistry.
I did the palmistry thumb.
The thumb gusset.
Yeah.
Do you have that handy? That paper?
I did. It's right here.
Okay.
But because my,
So she kind of hacked 2 patterns into one. So she did palmistry by Stephanie Lotvin with a longer cuff, and then she did the vanilla flip mitt ending. So you have ribbing again, longer ribbing that'll go to your fingertips, and you can fold over.
The only thing is, you lose the, I don't know that I did the increases or decreases right, because it doesn't look like that.
It's supposed to start way over here.
I know, but it doesn't, so I screwed up.
It still has a thumb gusset.
But it works.
It works just fine.
It works. It's all good.
Okay, awesome.
I would do those again, though, to try and figure it out.
Yeah, I kind of like that. It looks interesting.
Now, I will have to admit that I was doing these in the car when I started to do my increases, so it might have just been based on my memory, which is usually very holy. So yeah,
nice.
But, yeah, so that's that.
I have another FO.
Ooh, what you got?
So, well, I mentioned I don't want to take this off, but I'm going to. I just love it. It's cool enough in here today too that I can get away with it.
Yeah, it's nice in here.
I finished Vitus by Lisa Much.
I would like to look up what some of these titles mean.
It's upside down. Which is the right side?
That's very summery.
This is the right side. It is
very pretty.
Here we go. Do you want to? It's a long, narrow. Like it's not too deep. It's a long crescent. It just came off the blocking wires this morning. So this color, I'm gonna put it on. I love it. I love it.
Excuse me. Sorry.
So it was in my little I love these nieces project bag. Isn't this cute fabric? There's still some of these in my shop. Oh, I'll have a shop update at the end, so I won't talk about it now, but there are still a few left. And this coral color is Atlantis by Mammoth Yarn Studio.
Nice.
who is Dina in Manitoba.
Nice.
And I love it. And then the why I wanted to knit this, a summery one, is because I see seashells.
Say that 5 times
fast.
fast.
I see seashells by Lichen and Lace. This has been, I've had 2 skeins of this in my stash for a long time.
That's pretty.
And I have most of the other skein left. I sort of did a bit for one section and then switched because this one had more coral in it, but they match. Like, look at this.
That's pretty good.
A wonderful match. You can see the corals in there. Like that. So yeah, so there are some striped sections, then there are some solid sections, and then I made this bottom section, instead of striping the whole thing, you see here?
Yeah.
Here, I switched to just this one because I wanted a lot more of this one, and I have a lot more of the yarn, and I wanted to use it. I have so much of this left, I could do socks in these.
You could.
Socks with both of them.
Toes.
Yes. So again, Vitus, and I love it. I used a 4mm needle for this one. Lisa's patterns are very drapey. This isn't even as drapey as it could be. I'm probably a little tighter than the gauge called for. But yeah, I didn't want anything too heavy either because it's summery colors, so I want something lightweight for summer. And it will wrap around my shoulders for a little bit of a cover for air conditioning, right? Just love it. So yeah. Love, love, love. Maybe I'll keep this one on now. Do you have any other FOs?
No, I don't.
I don't either.
I don't think I do. No.
Whips.
I have those. I have a lot of those. I have a funny story. You want to hear a funny story?
Okay.
Okay.
We haven't been funny for a long time.
I was looking for my 2.5 long lace, red lace tips. Couldn't find them. Remember, I couldn't find them. Looking everywhere. So, because I wanted to start another pair of socks. So I'm looking in every bag I have. They've been sitting in this bag with the ball the whole time.
The needles have been in here?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a Dawn move. Hang on 1 second. I'm just going to fix this camera a little bit.
Like, can you imagine that? They've been in there the whole time.
Okay, well, so now you can talk about them. What yarn is this?
I haven't started them yet, but this is birthday party.
Leo and Roxy, 80/20 sock, birthday party. Are you going to make socks?
I am, and I want to get it started so I can take them on Saturday because it's birthday party.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, you couldn't have planned that better.
So yeah, so I have to start those, and
you have to start those. Cassie's on today.
I am tonight, this afternoon. But then I have my other socks. These were really cool.
Okay, you showed these last time, and you made progress.
These, but did I show the highlighter?
Yeah, I think you had.
Yeah, so there, I made progress.
I don't know if you did. You showed that you were going to do the highlighter.
I have highlighter. I put a little stripe at the top just to kind of carry it through.
Under the cuff.
And there's little tiny flecks. The flecks didn't show up as much as I thought they would. Here you go, long arms.
Oh, there is. Okay, we'll see if we can see.
You see them? Just tiny. And that one is Touchstone by Life in the Long Grass. And I love the twist of that.
Here's some of the highlighter flecks.
Yeah.
You can kind of see them there. There. And you're going to use the
heels and toes,
the
baby.
colorway is called highlighter. It's by Hedgehog for the heels and toes. Do you have it with you?
Because now
there's a bit more of these. Oh my gosh.
It's painful.
Blinded by the light.
Yeah, so that one's
nice.
So yeah, I'm really liking the way that those are turning out. And what else have I got? Oh, my daughter started this. I did the ribbing and she did about this much in Scotland.
Okay.
But she lost it and then we found it
last summer Scotland.
Yeah. And then we found it. So
what is it?
It is Madeline Tosh Pashmina in Optic.
And what are you knitting?
I'm knitting just a sockhead cowl.
Sockhead cowl by... Is the cowl by Kelly?
They're both by Kelly
McClure.
They are,
okay. Kelly McClure. Yeah. And they're free.
They're free. It's a free pattern. You know what? It's a great pattern. It's, I wear a Gore-Tex coat and it comes up, and I hate the way it chafes. So those work out really well, especially if you're doing activities and whatnot.
They just fill that next space in perfectly.
It's so soft compared
and you were I've knit with Optic before as well, and you were commenting on how it has these little surprises.
It's got little surprises, and at first I thought we spilled spaghetti or something on it, or spaghetti sauce.
There's the occasional little tiny fleck.
There's tiny blue. There's a blue one there.
There's a blue one. It almost looks gray. Might be hard to see.
And there's the orange one's kind of, I was like, what?
Yeah, you're just knitting along and you get a little, oh, look. Yeah, exactly. Did I spill something on this?
Like that's the one I thought I spilled something.
Yeah, red.
Yeah.
So, it's nice.
It's nice, yeah. It's super soft. Keeps me occupied.
That's nice yarn.
So what else want to talk about? You go first.
We're talking about whips?
Yeah. What you got going?
I just cast on, there's not much to see because I just cast it on. It's called Paris in Berlin. It's by Hoagie Locatelli.
Okay.
It's actually, you start off like a shawl and then you join and it becomes like a long cowl, and there's texture stitches on it.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just cast this on last night, and I'm finally using.
Oh, right.
My Knitting Wolf Luxury Yarns. This is MCN that Barry gave us last year for his Hat Not Hate special colorway for Brooklyn Boy Knits.
Oh, that is
called Lewis's No Bully Blues.
I still love it.
Yeah, and I've been waiting, and there was another cowl I was going to do. I started in December that had white, and once I got to the white, I just thought, no, this isn't working. So I've been, this Paris and Berlin pattern has been in my favorites.
It's been there for a while.
For a couple of years. Yeah. And actually it's knit in a nice rich blue color.
That's
like
beautiful. Yeah.
The pattern, the sample. So I'm pretty excited about that. Yeah. So it's just basically, it's knitting in increases for now. And then when I think after it joins up, it gets into the texture. Yeah. Oh, and I'm knitting it on, I'm pretty sure this is a 3.75. My gauge is really loose on this. I don't know what's going on lately. My gauge has been loose on a lot of things, like looser than usual.
Maybe I've just chilled. Chilling.
I have a couple socks on the go.
Okay, so.
Yeah. Okay. So this is a sock. I actually started it on vacation.
That's nice.
Self-striping. It's by Timber Yarns.
I still can't believe that one on the end isn't done by her.
I know. The colorway is called Optimistic. And then I needed a solid. I wanted a solid for my toes and heels. And this is Malintosh sock Cousteau. And it's just, it goes perfectly. Like it's not the same shade, but it blends well, right? Because it's that jewel tone, really rich. So that's it knit up. This is it in the skein. And it comes, Timber Yarns comes in 2 minis. Or she does have some that she was winding 2 strands together into a gobstopper.
Yeah.
If you knit 2 at a time. But I got the 2 minis. Oh, the color. Okay, you guys, our color in here today is perfect. This is bang on. Look at this. It's just so amazing. So yeah, I've got the toe done on this. I just haven't put the heel in yet.
I have the Hudson Bay colors.
I have those too. But you have the dark one. I have the light one.
I have issues.
Yeah, so again, that's Timber Yarns, and I think you can find her in All Strung Out in Guelph.
Yep.
And that's
she's also at Little Red Mitten.
Yep, she's at Little Red Mitten, and I bought her yarn at the All Strung Out booth in Kitchener, I believe.
Okay.
It's in one of my drawstrings. This is a pattern or a fabric that I had last year.
That's a very girly pattern.
I know, but it's
nice.
so pretty. And then there's a sort of a brocade pattern inside gray and white. I have a little bit more of this fabric, so I'll see if I have enough to make a few more bags this spring and get them into my shop. But it's a fabric I had last year and love it. Okay, so that's that. And then my other sock.
You're like all socked out.
I am, because I keep starting socks for when I need just something a sock, like something easy to take and small, right? But then I've been like knitting away on them at home because they're fun and whatever. So I am knitting. This is my second sock on the go, so I'll show you the first one that's partially done. It's called Embrace Sock.
That's pretty.
Yeah, it's just kind of got this sort of waffly stitch pattern. And then I'm using that same Cousteau.
I was just gonna, yeah, it looks nice.
I gotta get the light right there. There we go. Look at that. Ooh. This color is Heyday by Hedgehog. It's the Hedgehog
like
sock. It's got, like, here, I'll show you the backside. It's got every color in it. It's really fun. And this pattern, yeah, I said it is Embrace Socks, and it is by Verena Bite, who is our friend Verena. But I actually messaged her to say, how do you pronounce your name properly? So it's Verena Bite. She's from Germany. She is Knit Live Love on Ravelry and
Instagram.
And on Instagram. And she has been watching us since pretty much we started. I don't know how she found us, but we're gonna have to ask her that one of these days. So yeah, she
also watches Fiber Friends.
She's been a good friend, and she's, you know, sent us little
very supportive. Thank you.
Thank you, Verena. And Verena has just taken over ownership.
Talk about life changes, eh?
She has taken over ownership of a yarn store where she lives. Now, she told me how to say this too. I'm going to put the name on the screen, and then I'm going to do my best not to completely butcher it. But it is Zuidstadwolle. Hope I got that right. Zuidstadwolle.
So she's got her own yarn store.
Yeah, it's in
Good for her.
Cologne, or we would say Cologne, Germany. And yeah, so congratulations, Verena. And we'll try and say your name respectfully. She said, I love the way you say my name. But I'm like, okay, but you know, it's still, we want to say it how you like it. You're used to hearing it. That's fine. Yeah. It is a free pattern on Ravelry. It's very easy, like memorizable. Like you'd have to just, there's a 6-row repeat with 2 rest rows, and super duper easy. So you can't really, it's hard to screw up because it's easy to figure out where you are. And it's totally fun. And actually, so this is full disclosure. So it looks kind of wonky because it looks wider here, and because it is. Because I was knitting this, and I held it up with like a sock, one of my regular socks. I always do 64 stitches on a 2.25. So when I held it up, matched it up with this sock.
That one too.
Look, it's wider, right? And I'm like, why? Because this stitch pattern actually kind of sucks it in a bit. So I couldn't figure that out. But I just, it was suggested to me to just do a couple decreases. And I did. And so I didn't do them all in one row. I sort of spaced them out between where I discovered the problem. And I'll just do the same thing on my other sock. And when it's on my foot, you won't know. And the old me would have ripped right back and done some decreases right after the cuff.
That was pretty big for you.
Because the cuff was fine. It's just, I don't know why it does that. So anyways, I fixed it. It's all good. I love that yarn. I love that sock pattern. Yeah, totally fun. And those are the only whips I'm going to talk about today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you,
you know what we forgot to talk about?
Yeah.
We got these a couple weeks ago. It's called Lolo Bar. And it's a hand balm, head to toe.
It's yum yum.
Yeah, I had a sample of this from someone. I don't know. I think I got it in a giveaway a long time ago. So Terry at Feather Your Nest brought these in a bunch of different scents.
I have Mr. Darcy.
I always want to say flavors. Don't eat them. Yeah, Lisa bought one called Mr. Darcy. And I got pink grapefruit. And it's just a little solid. It comes in this little carry tin.
I put mine somewhere safe.
It's kind of a little solid. It's kind of beeswaxy base, I think. Love it. It's handy to keep in your purse. You don't have to worry about it leaking everywhere. So I need, oh, my hands. My cuticles are so bad. This winter's been rough, and I've been mean to them. I haven't been taking care of them. So I need that. So that's that. And do we have any more knitting to talk about?
I was going to talk about how you sometimes think you're going to do one project,
and you change your mind.
And then you change your
mind.
mind.
That's totally okay. I do it all the time.
We were all raving about how we wanted to do another road trip shawl, and I thought I would do one in a thicker material. And it looks good, and I really like it, but I really like it so much that I would like to make a sweater out of it.
So you started this.
I started it, and that was while we were at Knit Night in...
She's marling 2 colors.
Yeah. So it is the silver gray and the navy heather, which are both super soft from Holst garn.
Holst garn. I gotta get.
And I'm really like, it's a nice navy, and
there.
it's. And I just thought to myself,
I'm always holding them over here to get the light, but the camera's over there. So there.
So yeah. So I thought it'd be really nice to make like a European road trip and nice bulky, like a little bit bulkier for winter, because I wear it so much.
And this is a woollier wool. So this isn't the coast base.
It is 100% wool.
Yeah, this is their super soft base, which is 100% wool. The other one is wool cotton.
Yep. And they have other bases too. But so when I started doing it, I really liked it, and I kept going. And then I had a chance to think about it, and I thought, oh, wouldn't a sweater look amazing out of that?
It would.
So yeah.
So you're going to take this apart?
I am. We're going to do that together.
So that we can wind,
yeah,
as we unravel their,
Two. And then you can take your needles back.
Oh, these are my needles. Awesome. I don't need that big.
Two birds, one stone.
I won't need that big for a while.
So that's all I got. I just thought it was funny because it's talking about totally different projects.
Yeah. Speaking of totally different projects. Speaking of when you change your mind about a project.
Projects that have gone askew.
It's okay. And I'm totally okay with this. So I was knitting a sweater. This was going to be my first sweater. And I picked the easy bulky one by Hohi. And I bought Brooklyn Tweed Quarry, which was beautiful. The yarn that was called for. And in my size, I almost like get hysterical when I look at this. I tried it on finally. Oh my God. Okay. This is the ugliest thing I've ever put on my body. Just this.
Come on, you've worn a house. Chunky. What is it? A hospital gown, haven't you?
Yeah. Well, that drapes better than this. It's just this chunky yarn in my size is not working. I look like Yeti. So it's, first of all, it's huge, but like my gauge was on. So my gauge obviously got wonky, and maybe if I tried a different size and it didn't have like 75 inches of positive ease, it would make a great dog bed for a large dog like yours. So this is, yeah, I don't need a dog bed, so this isn't happening. It's going to get torn out.
Are we taking it back? Taking it back?
Taking what back?
No, are you taking it out?
Taking it. I am totally taking it out. And I don't know if I'll try it with less ease, because I think it's still, even if this was like more fitted, I'm just going to look like a big rug or a big dog bed with legs. I don't know
that I like that gauge on your size.
No. And I know Noelle said, well, is it just not draping right? This yarn is like roving. This yarn isn't going to drape. Yeah. Like if I knit it any looser, it's going to be lace. And it's just a chunky woolly yarn. I like the yarn, how it feels. I could have worn it. Maybe like a big scarf or 10, because I have so much yardage. So I'm not upset about it because it's not working, and I'm not going to keep
You know what? Part of the thing is, it's a learning process.
Yeah.
And it's not garbage. Like you can take it back, wet it, and it'll be fine. Yeah. Right? Like it's And
it was actually very fast to knit because it's so chunky. So
I think that's part of it. I think it would be better off with a fingering weight, but that then you said it'd be a lot of knitting.
Fingering weight would be so much knitting. And so I'm still looking. I do have a sweater's quantity of Malabrigo Rios. In a rich teal color that just makes me want to cry. It's so pretty, but I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm still looking for a design that I think will suit me, and I have to make up my mind because there are many I've seen and favorited. And thank you to a lot of people commented in the past at previous episodes about, designers that make bigger sizes.
Some of them are.
Yeah.
Some of them I know that
and there are more
is expanding her size.
Yes. And more they're having more testers knit them, so there are some larger finished projects to see.
Isabel Kramer's another one.
Some of them still, I look at how they fit those people and I think that's not the fit I like.
Yeah.
So I still, it's hard to tell. It's someone else's knitting, it's someone else's gauge. But I look at how it is on them and think, I don't know if I'd like that fit on me, but I'm getting there. So it's okay if you are really disappointed in a project.
Part of the thing too is be upset. You can be dead on for gauge. You can follow the instructions to a T. It's still a leap of faith.
Totally.
Because you have an image here of what it's going to look like based on everything else. And when you take that image and you put it on your body, it's like, oh, wait a minute. What happened?
Yeah.
This did not go. This doesn't look.
Yeah. And I've been plus size for many years. So I get this does not look like someone like this, right? Like I totally get that.
But I think that's
it's a lot easier to go buy something in a store when you make it yourself.
And then you can try on 4 or 5 different sizes, different shirts, and
And many a time I look at things in the store that look wonderful on hangers and put them on, and they're just like, they just don't hang right, or they don't. You know, the
hangers don't
proportions.
Have boobs.
Proportions, yeah.
hangers don't have boobs.
So that's the knitting. It was good you brought that up, because I've been meaning to talk about that, because I haven't shown any progress on it, because there's been none. My dog bed.
So the other thing I wanted to talk about is how jealous I am.
You have a souvenir.
I do. My husband went to New York on business. He was there for less than 27 hours. And I said to him, oh, I want to go to Pearl Soho. I want to go to Pearl Soho. Will you go to Pearl Soho and get me an orange bag? And he's like, what? A what? So
go where?
So I actually took a picture of it. I sent him a picture, and he finally, as he was leaving Toronto, he says, can you call them? Just call them and ask them. So they nicely put one of these aside. Yay. So my husband can go in, grab it.
He needed to go there to get it because you wanted orange.
So I wanted orange, and Pearl Soho is the only place you can get an orange one.
This is like traffic cone orange. This is very orange. Mrs. Gray.
I know, right?
It holds a lot.
So yeah. But I don't know why. I just love that.
Good job, hubby.
Yeah, so brownie points to him. Yay. Thank you very much. Love you, honey. But
yours is mine is still kind of stiff.
Yours is because it's self printed.
Ah, okay.
Right. Yeah. So bright orange one.
Oh, and you have pins.
And I was so jealous that he got to see the store before I did.
So he got you this NYC pin?
And the other one I actually got in Hamilton.
Okay.
From Rin Textile.
Oh, they have nice pins. She's
the one that designs them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they have nice pins.
But
very nice.
And he took pictures. And I would show you the selfie, but my husband always looks grumpy in a selfie because he's holding it like this. And he's like, is it working? Is it working? Is it working? So, yeah.
My husband does not like to be photographed.
No.
He made an appearance on the podcast, which is hilarious, but he doesn't like to be photographed.
Yeah.
But it was recently our anniversary. So I
saw that picture. It looked nice.
Well, you know what's funny? I can't do math. So we were talking about it, and I said, it's been 25 years. He's like, I don't know. And I said, no, because... however I did the math, we were together.
However I did the math.
I was sure it was 25 years together.
Okay.
Which doesn't make any sense. Oh, because I was going from when we got married. We were together 7 years before we got married.
Okay.
And then I was counting from when we got married. So I was counting 18 years because we bought our first house in 2001 before we got married.
Okay.
But I was thinking we got married the same year. So I said, okay, well, that's 18 years, 25 years. Because after this long, whatever, they all just bleed together. Who cares? But so I put it on Facebook, right? That it was.
They all joyously run together.
It's been 25 great years. So, anyways, and then one of my friends commented or messaged me because she goes, "Are you sure it's been 25 years?" Because her niece and nephew were born. She's like, I was just at their birthday, and I'm like. I had to go look at we have a framed wedding invitation. One of my friends' mom was doing that for everyone. It's beautiful, but it's downstairs. I had to go look. No, in fact, we got married in 2002, which makes sense because we bought our house in May and we got married in April. So we couldn't have done it in the same year if we bought the house before we got married. I know. And then Ryan's like, I told you it was only 24. I'm like, well.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
I know. Okay, you know what's really funny?
Oh no.
So... It was either that night or the night before. Mm-hmm. I had a dream, and I forgot about it until this math came up about the anniversary.
Oh, no. You
went back
to school for math?
No. I should. I had a dream that you know how you can look up what your anniversary gift should be for the year?
Yeah. What was it, yarn?
Yes. And so when this conversation came back to me, when I remembered,
oh my gosh.
I actually thought it was real. I'm like,
did I dream that?
He was supposed to buy me yarn for the 25th. And now I said, no, in my dream, it was the 24th anniversary was yarn, but it was our 25th anniversary. So I was like, oh, you should have got me yarn, but that was last year. So then I actually was like, oh, he can still get me yarn. And then I thought, that can't be real. So I actually had to Google it in real life to find out that no, in fact, I dreamt that.
Yeah, it's
he should just buy me yarn for every occasion.
This year it's 26 years for me.
Yeah?
Yeah. 26 years plus 2 for being together.
2 before? 26 plus 2? Yeah. Us is
17
plus 7. Yeah. But last year I said it was 24 years. No one caught me and corrected it. So, meh, 24, 25, whatever. So, yeah.
I still remember the year where I was with him longer than I'd been without him.
Oh, not yet. Oh, close. Right? I think I was 26 when I met him.
And it's just kind of like, whoa.
That tells you my age. Which totally... No, that doesn't make sense. Yes, 26, 20, because I'm 50. So 26 when I met him, and we've been together 24 years. Mm-hmm. Well, I could have figured it out that way. Then my math would have been right. Whatever.
Oh my gosh.
Fun. Good time.
So yeah, so next year will be the year that you're with him more than without him.
No,
two more years.
Well, it depends how I do the math next year.
Right.
Maybe it will be.
Let's get creative.
Oh, he's been with me longer than he's been without me because he's younger than me. But okay, how about a shop update? And then we'll wrap this up. We're done with knitting, so if you don't want to stick around for the shop update, but I hope you do because
they're pretty nice.
I'm reopening.
Where I'm sitting, they're pretty nice.
And I'm reopening, and I have one new fabric where I've finished the bags that will be in my shop, and then I have a couple other fabrics that are prepped, but I haven't started sewing those yet. I kind of like to just do all the bags at once with the thread. Mm-hmm. And I typically sew to like ready to ship. I just don't want the pressure of someone buying something. Want this, and this. And then what if something comes up and I can't sew in a couple days and get it out to them? So, or I always feel like I buy such a small quantity of fabric. I always feel like, what if I screw it up and I don't have enough fabric to make another one?
So what if my math is off?
Usually, what's in my shop is ready to ship. Yeah, well, it's real, right? The struggle's real. Oh. But I do have a few new things to show you. So, shop update. Bling,
I like that fabric.
I don't know if I had any of these in my shop.
You know what? It's so not me, but I really like it.
It is pretty. I had done a bag for Louise out of this fabric, and I finally sewed it all up into bags. So varying styles. This happens to be a medium drawstring, and this one's padded. So I'm doing some...
Stands up more?
Well, yeah, and it gives a little more substance, but also sometimes the lining, if the lining fabric's really light, you can, if it's not interfaced, you can see through. And I just thought, I'm just going to pad some of these. So this is a padded drawstring, and it is this beautiful peacock.
Right there.
And then this is metallic. So there's different shades of blues and turquoise.
There's also metallic in the peacock.
And there's some metallic gold.
It just ties it really well together.
Yeah, metallic gold accents. And then the lining is just a cream on cream print. And I do my best to get a full peacock somewhere on the bag. Okay. I try not to waste fabric by cutting out pieces. But I try to do that. And then so I have it in various styles. There are some zippered bags. And I also have needle keepers. And I'm going to have one and only one. And depending on when I open up my shop and put this online, if I do that before the episode goes live, I probably won't. I'll probably try and time them about close to the same time. I'm going to have a kit. So there will be, this is a very special kit. There will be a bag. And I think I'm going to do the padded.
Do you want me to hold the bag?
Yeah, the padded drawstring. And I have a skein of yarn. This is from Old Oak Yarns. She's no longer dying, our friend Adrian. She's no longer dying, so you can't get this anymore. And this was her Full of Pride, because it's, the proud peacock. And look at it. It's just perfect. So I bought...
Oh my goodness. The books might be beside each other. That's awesome.
Yep. So I bought some yarn from her before she closed to make up sets in my shop, and this is one of them. And so there will be a skein of Adrian's sock yarn, okay, or 80-20, no, 75-25, and a needle keeper.
Oh, that's a nice.
And those will be a set.
That's good.
Yeah,
good call.
There'll only be one. So once my shop is open, it's still on vacation, but it'll be open by the time you see this. Then there will be one of these and only one, because I only bought one skein of the peacock, or the Full of Pride yarn.
Okay.
So that's just a little something special. You can't get that yarn anymore. About a year ago, I had this fabric. I made a few bags, and then I didn't use it all. So this is a bunch of alpacas or llamas. Aren't they cute? Llamas and cactuses.
I love them. They're cute.
I know. And then this
wave.
It's kind of a turquoise color. Yeah.
It's really pretty.
And
it's a canvas.
I think it's called cotton duck, but it's a canvasy feel, a little softer.
Oh, show them the inside.
And then Lisa picked this fabric out. She was with me. It's just all these crazy.
You know what? It goes so well with the pattern on the outside.
It totally does. The colors were perfect.
And it's a little bit louder, but
so I have assorted styles in this alpaca fabric, and also several needle keepers. So those are all going to be in the shop, and then I have a new fabric.
I like that one.
Cherries.
That one is so happy.
Isn't this spring and just I love this.
I love it with the green.
Yeah. So I put, instead of a red, I put a bright green bottom on it.
The red is kind of obvious. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. So this is a zippered bag, and then it has this.
There's the red.
It's kind of a mottled.
It kind of looks like crushed cherries.
It's a bit brighter. It's more of a pinky red there. Kind of the light catches it, so you can see the color better. This pinky red lining, and again a couple different styles in this. There are some drawstrings. There are some sock sacks, and some zippered bags, and I think I have a couple needle keepers. So those will be in my shop as well. And then I have new fabrics coming that I'll be sewing up next, probably in a few weeks. So my shop will be back open, and I always post new things on Instagram. So it's at Knits Best Thing on Instagram. And yeah, that's it for my shop.
Yay. Is that it?
Yeah. Oh, if like I said, I know I have a bit more fabric. I just don't know what sizes it is. So I will be making some of these. If you really love this and you don't want to wait, message me, because I can do a custom listing for you, and you can just tell me what size you'd like, and I'll just confirm I have enough fabric. So if you don't want to wait till it goes in the shop, or if you really love it. I know sometimes I've seen things that are like, I want that, but it's really pretty. There. Oh, okay.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah. And again, this has a metallic gold accent too, which might not be picking up. It just looks gold, but it is shiny. And that's it. That's it for my shop.
That's all she wrote today?
That's it for everything.
Whoop, whoop. Wow.
Yeah. So we'll be back probably not till after the end of April, I think. Early May, because there's Easter, and there's
all sorts of stuff.
We won't have stuff done to talk about.
I'm doing my basement.
Early May, yeah. Lisa's got a bunch of home renovations going on.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice though. Congrats to everybody that won the Kawartha tickets.
Yes.
Yeah. Lisa won't be at the festival, but I will be, so I look forward to seeing you there. And I think I'm supposed to be at some kind of I don't know if they're having a table for podcasters or something where they've asked people to sort of be there at certain times.
Oh, nice.
So you can come in and say hi. And I'm there sometime in the afternoon. It's not confirmed. I don't know if they're going to publish a schedule, but closer to the schedule or closer to the event, when I know for sure, we'll probably put that on Instagram as well. And
Good job.
That's all. We're done.
I know. I have to wear a dress.
Lisa has a wedding to go to. It'll be fine.
It'll be fine. I'll live.
You can do it.
I'll live. I just don't. I have to find one. See ya. Happy knitting.
Thanks for watching.
Take care.
Make time to make something.